So, I aspire to be something like a trainer. For the most part, I just train myself and make myself better. And where I play at, there aren't that many guys who really want to necessarily train or get better, so that's why you see me alone in a lot of my videos. But today I figured I would help out my friend Mitch Tan. Now, Mitch is a medical student. He really doesn't necessarily have hoop dreams and he doesn't have that much time. I mean, really all he wants is to be better at basketball. And I came down to the gym with him and I asked him to do some drills for me, and I told him I would do some drills for him. So I'll give you an idea of what I can potentially do for you if we're in the same city and we want to train. By the way, my location is Seattle, but I travel sometimes. I'm going to be down in North California in a couple weeks. So if you want to train in either of those locations, hit me up and we can get together and make something happen. But really, I'm limited by portability. So as far as pads go, kickboard is what I got. It's like $15. I just jam it in my backpack. Really easy to get around. And I'll use it to give a lot of contact, not as a blow, but as a push. You can push very hard with the kickboard, so I like it. You know, it's just a good tool. Having Mitch attack from the left wing and then the right wing while I bully him with the kickboard basically until he gets tired, which isn't that long, but I mean, this is just a good thing to practice. We're not working on something specific so much as him just attacking the rim through contact, which is good. And from there, I'm going to help him on jump shooting a little bit. Now, I'm not necessarily the best jump shooter. I'm limited in the amount of reps I can take right now because of my ankle condition. But I have an eye for it, and I think about it. And I think that I can help. If you think that I can help, maybe you're right. If you think I can't help, maybe I won't, but I mean, it really depends. You know, see for yourself. So, first thing I told Mitch is I'm not really a strong believer in the one-hand shot. A lot of people will do that just to get their right-hand form down, and that's good. I like it, but I think that the shot is generally better as a first and second finger, and when you're balancing it on your shooting hand, it's going to go towards the middle and become more of a second and third finger shot. So the guide or the assisting hand, the offhand, a lot of the purpose of it is just to support the ball so it can hang on the first and second fingers. So I don't really believe in it too much. As for Mitch's shot, something you can see is that he doesn't really shoot on the way up. He shoots towards the peak or on the way down, and that takes a ton of power out of his shot. It means he's putting a lot of energy into his shot for a shot that doesn't have very much arc, right? He's jumping off the ground, and the ball is not even going over the rim. So that's a problem, and it's something that can easily be fixed. It's a matter of timing. As for other things going on in the shot, you can see that he has a pretty high pocket, which is fine. There's pros and cons to it. I mean, it makes it harder to be blocked, although a lower pocket generally allows more power. So, I mean, it really depends. Like, it looks like his offhand is doing a good job. His follow through looks fine. His elbow goes up for the duration of the shot. A higher pocket means he has a lot of a forward pushing motion. Rather, this is where I'm saying I'm not a huge fan of one-handed shot. Explaining why. I mean, a higher pocket results in more of a pushing forward motion rather than a going up motion, which steals a ton of arc from your shot. If that makes sense. So I told Mitch that I think it makes sense for him to take off the legs just so he can focus on the upper body mechanics, as his leg timing doesn't feel right. It doesn't really look right anyways. This way he can work on trying to get some more arc. Although it's a really short session. My advice to you, Mitch, if you're watching this and others who have shot similar, is lower your pocket a bit. It's okay. You're not going to get blocked. Majority of shots at any level are not coming down to a couple inches of getting blocked. And by having a lower pocket, you're going to have a lot more arc and a lot more power, and you're going to have a more accurate shot. So, I mean, that's what you can decide whether you want to do that or not. You can definitely make this shot good. There's NBA players who have high pockets like this, and it's totally fine, but that's just something to think about. It's good to just pick something and go with it. So, you know, if you feel you're very proficient with this, might as well roll with it. So, Mitch is now jumping into his shot, and you'll see that he's he's hitting right now, but if I recall, he begins to miss long on this because he put extra power into it right from his legs. Well, there's a couple things you can do here, and the main thing is this extra power should be going into arc. The ball is like not even really getting above the backboard, just barely. A lot of them it's not even getting over, so I think that like this extra power could be really put into upward force. Alright, now we're having Mitch work on some mid-range. Looks pretty nice. Again, there's just not the most arc because he's shooting like on the way down. There's a short air ball, which is why that is. He's shooting on the way down, really, rather than on the way up, which is stealing a lot of power. And that's the main thing that I would say is like you can add a lot of power to your shot, and you can add it pretty easily because, well, not only is adding more power going to be good for your shot, but it's going to be good for your body because it means less energy absorbed into your body, more range. It's going to be able to get more reps without getting as tired or getting as injured. Something to point out that I point out here is Mitch should maybe be getting lower by the time he catches the ball so that he can shoot immediately rather than catching the ball, getting low and then shooting, or catching the ball and taking the hop and shooting. If you want a faster shot, a lot of that, the key to that is preparation, getting low before you catch the ball and then going up immediately rather than catching the ball and then loading and then shooting. So those are some things to think about, but main thing is this is some of the kind of things that I can do for you. If you want to train in Seattle or North California, hit me up.